hello. Thank you everyone for joining us again today. My name is Dr. Marie Osako Djemo. We are happy to be here again on JODAPRIS Live Talk, and today we are bringing an awesome lady. Her name is Reyna. She will shortly introduce herself. She's from Chicago. She is working with women who are looking to achieve that sustainable health and wellness, fitness. So if you are looking to look into a shape, you're looking to have a healthy shape out there, stay strong, stay on top of your goals, please take some time to listen to this video. Reyna has something to tell you. We're gonna go ahead and bring Reyna on the platform. Hello, Reyna.
Hi, it's so great to be on. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. Thank you so much. We are honored to have you today. I know today we are so excited. We're going to be learning about fitness, you know. So please, the audience is ready. They want to know who is Reyna and what is Reyna doing. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Who is Reyna? Well, I can tell a little bit about my background if that's something that they're interested in. I guess I should make sure that, people know I'm legitimate.
Yes.
So I've been in the fitness industry as a professional for over 10 years now. I have taught probably over 5,000 class and goals, just help them be more mindful, help them move their bodies. It started when I was actually working for the White Sox, which is a Chicago baseball team, in case some of you may or may not know. And I've been an athlete for a good portion of my life, and I kind of didn't know what to do, right? It's like when high school or college stops, you're like, well, I'm athletic, so what do I do? And I ended up at a studio, and I kind of a yoga studio, and I found myself. So I did my first teacher training ever, which was Yoga Sculpt. And from that on, the amount of certifications I have, I'm not sure we have time for it. I'm just kidding. At the same time, Yoga Sculpt was kind of just my pathway into health and wellness. From then on, it was yoga, boxing, bar, you name it. I was going to fitness conventions. Now they're online, but when they were in real life, and I really just fell in love with fitness. I actually had a marketing company at the time. So then I was offered the ability to purchase Studio Fit Chicago right behind me. And I did with a business partner. And now here we are, almost 4 years later. So we will have 2 years under our belt in a pandemic, two years prior, and then 2 years in a pandemic. So it's been a very, very wild ride.
Wow. That's a wonderful thing that you decided to choose fitness to kind of come forth and help women. And you do work with women mainly than just having men and women on your platform, right?
Yes. So I've trained in the decade that I've trained, I've, a good amount, like obviously 6 years and even more, because I was still actually teaching at other studios while I ran my studio, because there's something about just being able to teach and like go in and teach. And I had a lot of regular students at the time. And so that was a little hard to give up. I was like holding on to that and then also forging kind of my new pathway. But right now, and for the last 4 years, I've pretty much been helping women. I'm very, very focused on that. Women are just, women and men are different, and that's just the way it is. And the beauty of it is being able to help women through the different things that we go through, right? Women can have men, or can have men. Women can have children. Women can have men. Men can have women. Women can have children. Men can't, right? That's just biologically how we are. Unless you're having a sex change, that's just not a possible thing at this point. So there's just a lot of things that I think we don't know and we navigate by ourselves, and that the ability to have a community of women, and also, you know, women that are there to help you, that are leaders in this industry, just makes it, I think, a lot easier to not only navigate, but it just takes that pressure off, because oftentimes we feel alone, right? Somebody has postpartum that wasn't even really spoken about until very recently. If I have hypothyroidism, so I've had it now for around 2 years, and I didn't even understand. I mean, I've been athletic and like eaten well a majority of my life, and so I didn't understand what that was about. My sister has PCOS, another condition of the endocrine system, and so 1 in 3 women have an endocrine issue, and that prevents them from a lot of things, right? It prevents them from losing weight as easily. Your thyroid does a lot of things. It's this very little butterfly right here that, let me tell you, it does way more things than we ever could imagine. So my hyper focus is on helping women with endocrine issues, specifically in the nutrition and fitness arena, whether it's lose weight, gain weight, build muscle mass, help them with their, you know, daily nutrition, help keep them accountable. So, and that's one of the hardest arenas, especially with what happens to your body when you go through that, or as well as like after having a baby. So it's been really amazing watching, you know, women go down these amazing journeys, and everybody wants something different and everybody needs something different. And I think that that's something that we don't talk about a lot in society, right? Like somebody, you've probably seen it, Dr. Marie, somebody's like, oh, well, you know, buy this pill or this quick fix, or we're constantly being sold to, right? And advertised to. And so it's hard to sift through and know what's legitimate and what's not. And I can definitely say that if you're going to go to somebody and they're going to help you with their health and fitness, and they're just throwing products at you without knowing what it is that you need, and without asking you questions, and without having a diagnostic conversation, then I would steer clear of them. And that's just my advice, outside of like, you know, you don't have to use me, but my solid advice, and my advice I would give to anybody, whether or not, especially women, whether or not they want to use my services, is make sure that you feel like you're being seen and you're being heard, and that they understand the problems and the issues that you have. Because if they don't, then it's just going to be something else that you're going to do. You're going to do it for a moment, and then you're going to go back to where you were, or possibly even further in the hole than you were before. And I talk to plenty of women that has happened to. So I really want to help be women's final journey. And by final journey, we're always on a journey, right? It never ends. Life is a journey. So when you die, we're on a journey. And so, you know, to me, I just would like this to be somebody's final journey, in the sense of having to make all these different changes so that they can have something sustainable, and then have that lifestyle that they're building, right, surrounding health and wellness and what it means for them.
Reyna, you did give a lot of information there. I like the fact that yourself, you went through some issues, so you kind of understand what is going on. When somebody comes to you with that type of issues, you understand what they're going through, and you are ready to help. So let me make sure I'm understanding correctly. In your studio, people don't just come in and you exercise with them. You do educate them, and you do help them also with nutrition, correct?
Yes. So we have 3 pillars. We have 3 pillars on both ends. From a fitness perspective, we do group fitness, we do semi-privates, and we do private training. Now, our three pillars are fitness, nutrition, and accountability. So people are more than welcome if they just want to come in, work out. That's their jam. They want to be part of the community. That's more the group fitness aspect. A lot of people, especially being, 21 months into a pandemic, though, are looking for a little bit more than that. And I see consistently, time and time again, the most success with the three pillars. So with fitness, nutrition, and accountability, meaning we devise a fitness plan for them, how often they're working out, what they're doing, and it can be customized as much or as little as people want, right? So some people are like, I need to do this all. I need somebody to check in, I need somebody to check in with me every day. I need to weigh myself. I need to know what my micros and macros are. I need, to work out 4 to 5 times a week with a personal trainer. That's my accountability. And then there are people who, just want to come in and do the health and fitness and, work out and have fun with us. And then there's more the mid-tier, which I would say is the majority of people, right? They're either in group fitness or semi-private, but they're working with the accountability. So maybe they have an accountability coach reaching out to them twice a week, something of that nature. And then also they're sending in, their food or their weight or their measurements once or twice a week, and just making sure that they're on par and they're where they need to be. And if they're feeling bad or if they're feeling, whatever it is, we're here for them, because it really is a journey and you need somebody by your side telling you to keep going when you don't want to keep going, right? I mean, I tell people to choose their hard. And by choosing your hard, I mean, anything can be hard, right? Like if you sit on the couch and you eat pizza and tacos and ice cream and chocolate and whatever else, I'm just listing some higher fat yet very yummy items, and you do nothing, eventually, you're probably going to gain weight. You're probably going to be lethargic, have a little bit of depression, right? And that's hard.
It is
difficult to feel that way. I mean, I know, because I went through it even without doing those certain things. I have had to lose about 25 to 30 pounds in my life, and I've had to lose weight 2 times in my life, over 20 pounds. But there's that hard. But then there's the coming into the gym, being accountable, knowing what you're putting in your body, having people that are surrounding you with positive energy, telling you can do things. Maybe it's getting up an hour earlier, right? Maybe it's taking another few hours out of your day or your week to meal prep because you won't have time during the week. We choose our difficult. It really comes down to that, because being tired and depressed and, severely overweight can be difficult, but it's also difficult to work out and eat right? So we choose it.
Yeah, definitely. I like the idea of coaches and consultants, because, in life, it's not always, even if you know that this is the right thing to do, sometimes you look at the time you have to involve in it, you look at your business, you look at your schedule, you're like, maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. You keep on pushing. As I always say, with Dr. Marie, today is your day. Tomorrow does not belong to you. You don't know what will happen tomorrow. You don't even know if you're going to be here tomorrow. So today is the day you have to take the decision. Sometimes as women, we look at our shapes. We look at our body. We look at our weight. And someone can be just underestimated because of the way they look like. Not just that people are underestimating themselves. They're underestimating themselves. They're losing that confidence in themselves, saying, oh, I'm too slim, I'm too fat, I'm too overweight, do something about it. It is easy to kind of shut yourself down or not wanting to talk about it. But I always say, every woman is beautiful. Every woman is beautiful.
Mhm.
You just need to add that little touch on yourself. If you feel like you are too slim, find a consultant like Reyna. She will guide you. She will tell you what is the nutrition you need to be. She will educate you on what you need to eat. How do you need to exercise? Because sometimes we exercise using the wrong exercises and we burn ourselves and you're like, I'm not going to do it anymore. It's not doing me any good. I'm not losing or I'm not gaining. So you need the right people, people who have expertise. So right now, I want you to emphasize again a little bit on the advantage of having a consultant, having a coach who can work with you, who can be there for accountability, who can guide you to make sure that you know what you are beautiful. You need to add A, B, C, D to your shape to make sure that you are confident of who you are.
Yes. So, as you said, and as you previously mentioned, with working out on your own and not having any idea of what it is that you're doing, it can take you 2, 3, 4, 5 times as long, right? So, you can do work at home workouts, you can take free workouts. Sure. If you think you know what you're doing, have at it. I tell people go for it. The thing is that if you're willing, I can't tell somebody what they believe is a good investment to their health and wellness.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is that I can usually find space if there's ever, somebody talks about money, and we'll get into that later when I get objections. And I always find space where somebody can make that where they can invest, right? Because if we really care about something, we will invest the time and the money into it. Think about it. Plenty of people mortgage homes. Plenty of people have car payments. Plenty of people buy Starbucks every day and they damn well don't need to, right? So the biggest thing is you can do it on your own, but if you don't know what you're doing, you're just probably going to go in circles.
Exactly.
When you have somebody who's guiding you through something, they know what you need, they know what you want, they know, okay, I can have somebody. I'll give an example. I had a woman training for a marathon, for the Chicago Marathon, and she's going to need something completely different than I had another woman. This woman's like in her early 30s, maybe. And then I have another woman who's in her mid 60s who needs to lose, a little over 20 pounds and kind of get her eating habits under control. So it's like, what is she going to do versus the other woman, right?
Yes.
And they both may think that they need the same things. The thing is that when you're training for a marathon, you need to do more strength training because you're running so much. You also need to do things like yoga and even like, more calming meditation practices so that you can get your mind right. Because, oh, I don't know, you're running 26.2 miles. So you need to make sure that you have that mentality to keep going, right? That's a huge thing. Versus a woman who has, knee issues, maybe had a knee replacement, right? She's not going to be able to do the same things. She also is going to need to do different things according and customized to what she's capable of doing, as well as what her goals are. So they're just going to need entirely different things. It's not that I don't want to say entirely different things. Let me rephrase my verbiage. There's going to be some crossover. At the same time, on a day-to-day basis, they're not going to be doing the same things for what their goals necessarily are, right? And the strength training aspect of it is there. At the same time, like one person, if you only have so much mobility in your knees versus, someone else that does, or if you have any back issues, or there are people that are postpartum, right? So they're not ready to do certain ab exercises. There are people that are women that are pregnant. Women that are pregnant can't do certain things. They can do a lot, and that's what we focus on, the things that they can do. So it's really important, especially, you know, when you are, I would say the sooner you can do it, the better. Because once you can get a plan in place and you understand what it is that you're doing and how to navigate it, and you're creating those daily habits, then that's a time where, okay, now I've created these daily habits. I can come take classes, or still doing semi-privates, but you're getting more into a routine and you're doing more maintenance, is what we like to say, versus I need to reach this goal or I need to lose this weight. But if you don't have a trusted expert, you may injure yourself, which, you know, if you're injuring yourself, who knows how long an injury can last, depending on what it is that you do. Yeah, I mean, it really does. It depends on if you sprain something versus if you rip something versus many other things. So if you are thinking, oh, do I need help doing this? Or, ooh, I don't really know where to start, then you need to reach out to a professional and get a consultation. You know, or even if you're like, oh, well, I used to lift weights in high school, or I lifted weights back in college. What is it going to hurt going to a trusted professional and being assessed, and know that now you're going to be able to move safely? Form is the number one thing I talk to women and obviously men about when I was coaching men. But in general, we have so many people out there who are doing exercises. And especially now with the pandemic, right? People are at home. They're choosing to work out at home. And that's great. And that's wonderful. But I highly suggest, if you're going to work out at home, that you get a professional consultation. Because if there are things that you're doing and you're not moving your body, you're not dynamically warming up, you're not doing functional movements, you know, you're not stretching at the end, you can get injured. And it's much easier than people think. So I highly recommend it, even if it's just coming to a professional, you know, being assessed, going over, maybe it could even be something shorter if your movements are great. But can you imagine doing something the incorrect way for so long versus just coming to a professional like me and I'm like, oh, I can show you how to do a push-up. Oh, I can show you how to do a squat. You know, instead of doing it the wrong way. And once you do that, you're tearing away at muscle, you're tearing, you know, you could be rubbing bone against bone. We don't know. These are all just things that I'm throwing out there, and all things that I've seen. My sister, when she came to me, she had a personal trainer actually, and she had no idea how to do a push-up. She was doing, like, I call them like the push-ups where they just do this, they move their head. How is that good for anyone? Right? I mean, it's true, except I see it constantly. I get women in here who haven't worked out in, you know, through the pandemic. I have women that have never taken certain formats. So I have legitimately helped women go from point A to point Z, everything in between.
Wow.
Very important. Very, very important. If you're even considering it, if there is even a thought in your mind, like, ooh, I don't know, am I doing this right? Am I doing that right? If you have never had a personal trainer, if you have never had an experience where somebody has assessed your form, has gone over anything with you, then I highly, highly recommend it, especially if you want to continue working out on your own. You could pepper it in, you know, even if you did semi-private or private training, it's your life, right?
Exactly.
This is how you feel. This is how you're going to feel, and how this is where I just think, and as Americans, we pay attention to some of the most ridiculous things versus like what we put in our body, how we treat our body, because it's all connected, right?
Yes,
our mind and our body are connected. So what we're telling ourselves, like you said, when you were talking about how we speak to ourselves, right? Oh, I think I need to do this. That's society driven. And I'm here to help women in any way, shape, or form. The only thing is I will not let women do something where I feel like it's a detriment to their health. So, if somebody wants to lose weight and they don't need to lose weight, that's not happening. So I
Yeah.
very much, am making sure that people are healthy. And I think that we really need to, especially now, seriously consider investing into our health and wellness. The time is now, right, Dr. Marie?
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
have today.
definitely.
We're alive.
Today is the day,
Today is the day. I like
Yeah,
that.
I like listening to you. I tell myself, every woman is unique.
Yes.
Every woman, the way their body will respond is completely different from the other woman's response. So we can go, the two of us, running the same exercise, eating the same food, getting the same education or support or coaching, we're going to have different results. So I believe that, first of all, to start your journey, start by learning who you are. Understand yourself and understand the status you are in. If you're pregnant, you know that there are exercises that you cannot do. If you feel like you want to lose weight, there are exercises that you cannot do. If you want to gain weight, there are exercises that you cannot do. And the second thing is the goal. Where is the goal that you want to achieve? Where are you heading with this fitness journey? Where are you heading with this health and wellness journey? So when we're talking about bringing in a consultant, I know some people, they will say, oh, I don't have money to have a consultant. I would like to check with one, but if you can give me money, then I can go in and talk about it. So what would you advise when it comes to, I know it's an investment, and all of us understand that, when you pay a little bit more, you get more of what you need. But for somebody who is out there, who's listening to this video, they've been pushing things out for a while. They're like, okay, I think I need to talk to a consultant. I think I need to kind of have a second look into my life and see what can I change. I just feel tired all the time. I feel lazy. I'm not a lazy person. I just need more energy. I've been trying to do it myself, and I just don't know what I need to change. So somebody who comes to you with those lines, Reyna, what would be some tips that you can give them?
Oh, yes. So one of the biggest things, and I won't work with all clients. I just won't. I know what I do. I know how valuable I am and how valuable my team and everyone is as well. You hit the nail on the head when you said, people that pay a little bit more end up valuing it a little bit more, because that's just the truth. If you had a free program, I say free program equals free results.
Yeah.
So you can do it. The thing is, if you don't really have any skin in the game, probably not going to show up for it. So, I'm not here to take anybody's like car payment or home payment or mortgage payment or anything of that nature. None of that. I get objections constantly. So, and it's more because people don't really know what their why is. So you touched on that as well. Have a why. Know what your why is. Why are you doing this program? Why do you want to talk to me? And it can't just be, oh, I want to be healthy, or, oh, I want to lose 20 pounds. Okay, but why? What is it stopping you from doing? What is it inhibiting? Why now? Why not, prior? What's different this time? It's more psychological and more personal than we truly believe. So, if it's a mom that's like, I have a client, she has a son, they have a home and a lake home, and she's like, I want to be able to like go out on the boat and water ski and do these things. That is important to her. She wants to be active in her son's life. That is her why. Does she want to lose weight? Yes. Does she want to have more mobility and be mobile and all those things? Yes. Does she want to build strength? Yes. But that is her why. So make sure you know your why as to why it is you're really doing what you do. And oftentimes, some people don't even know that. We uncover it when I, begin to kind of ask them questions. If money isn't ever the issue, I'm just going to say that right now. It's not an issue. Rarely is it an issue. Maybe like 5% of the time. And I give that on the high end. Why? Because what did I say earlier? We mortgage homes. We have car leases. We have excruciatingly expensive iPhones. Right? I mean, we don't blink an eye. Somebody's like, your iPhone costs $900. You can do this payment plan. Sure. Your home costs $400,000. You can do this. Sure. Your car, costs $40,000. Sure. But like, hey, the home you have for your body and your mind, you're questioning when somebody asks you for a few $100s a month. It doesn't make sense. Right? Find it. If you care about it, then do something about it. And we have payment plans. I give people discounts if they pay in full, depending on, what it is. We also, like I said, we do payment plans. We'll work with people, and it's not like some excruciatingly high interest rate or anything like that, because I don't believe in that. So I have the ability to help people as long as they really want to do it. And that's what it comes down to in the end. It's not that people don't have the money to do it. It's that people either don't believe in themselves, they don't trust me because I haven't gotten to they haven't gotten to know me well enough, or the studio, or whatever it is, or the consultant in general, or they don't trust the program. That's really what it comes down to. So money, if somebody's sitting there like, oh, I really want to do it, but money's an issue, it's not an issue unless you really are like jobless right now. And even with that, I have somebody who comes and takes yoga once a month, private lesson, and he's on disability. We actually did this before, and I was like, you know what, since you're doing private lessons, so if it's a private lesson, I can take male clients because they're not around, other females. Semi-private and group is female only. But I just really wanted to help him. He's in dialysis and he really needs to move, and he needs to meditate and get his head right. So I assigned him a yoga instructor, and every month, he comes and he does his practice, and he's on Social Security. So I want people to come and tell me, he's on Social Security doing private lesson because they know they need to get their mind and body right. That like they don't have any money, because I just don't believe it. You have to want it that bad. And if you want it and you believe in it and you value it, you will find a way.
Definitely, you'll find a way. I like that you are working, and listening to you, you're not just kind of running your business to make money, but you are serving people. You are working with everybody, and depending on the payment method that they can bring to you. And I always say, I am not running business. I have a couple of businesses that I'm running, but when it comes to achieving goals, I am creating communities.
Right.
We are serving people. We are making sure that they're achieving their goals, and we are building relationships.
Yep.
So when you look
at what it is.
Yes. So when you look at my logo, the name of the company is JODAPRIS. Right now we are watching JODAPRIS Live Talk. We say relationship is the key to the business success. So without creating relationship with your prospect or your customers or your clients, you're not going to be successful. And listening to you, I can see and I can hear behind the curtains that you are working with your clients, you're working with your customers, you're building that relationship. That is the reason why you are now 4 years in business. So whoever is listening to this video, we want you to be healthy. We want you to be reaching your goals, your healthy goals, your wellness goals, but make sure that you're doing it the right way. We don't want you to kind of use the easy way, which, okay, I can still do it at home. I can go to YMCA maybe just once a month and I'm doing it my way. And you end up breaking something in your body, it's gonna cost you more.
I've continuously built this community around just empowerment and respect and everybody being respectful of each other on their own journey. And I think that's really huge, right? Just to be around women that it's not like we're always in a good mood. That's not a real thing. But at the same time, people can help you get to that place even when you're not in that place. And that's where the community and the building relationships come in. I mean, I have new clients that like gave me Christmas presents that like, you know, oh, I have this nut butter from, you know, that I get from my home. And it's like that kind of thing. Like those kinds of things are what make me happy. Watching women come from entirely different backgrounds that like would probably never meet each other unless they were in the studio or part of the community, just talk about really amazing things because, you know, we've had to keep everyone together on Zoom and do those sorts of like community gatherings as well. So yes, I'm here, studiofitchicago.com. We're also on Instagram at StudioFitChicago, as well as Twitter. It's StudioFitChicago. And then same thing on Facebook. Anything else I can provide, I'm more than happy. I know that I do have to run because I have another meeting. Such is life, being an entrepreneur.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining. You did mention Christmas. We have a 30 days challenge that we providing for orphans and family needs. All the information will be posted at the end of this interview. Thank you for coming, Reyna. We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
I appreciate you. And thank you for having me. And remember, today is the day, right?
Today is the day. So when you watch this video, share, take your phone. You're going to have the number for Reyna or any consultant that you want to reach to. Go ahead and hit that journey. All right.
Yeah. And it's info at studiofitchicago.com. That's the direct email. So it's info, INF as in Frank, O as in Orange, at studiofitchicago.com. You see Studio Fit Chicago behind me, so you know what I'm talking about.
Perfect. Definitely, they will have all the information. And thank you so much for watching. You have a great day. Bye now.
You too, Dr. Marie. Take care.
Thanks, you too. Bye. Thank you so much for watching. And this was JODAPRIS Live Talk. And again, today is your day. Tomorrow does not belong to you. Tomorrow belongs to God. So everything you have to do, try to do it today. I'll see you next time. Bye. Have a Christmas list. Maybe I have a Christmas budget. What about other people out there? There are families who don't know what they're gonna be eating on Christmas. And those children out there, they need you and they need your support. Every little money